Is Benson the true mastermind behind regular show, the force holding its reality together while everyone else causes chaos? Most of us think of Benson as the stressed out park manager who spends half his life yelling at Mordecai and Rigby, but when you look closely at what actually happens across the series, his role starts to look a lot bigger. Every time Benson loses authority, leaves, or is sidelined, things don't just get messy. They spiral into extreme, reality-bending breakdowns that go well beyond normal cartoon escalation. And then Benson comes back, resumes control, and the world snaps into place as if some invisible system just rebooted. That pattern shows up enough that it stops feeling like coincidence and starts feeling like design. So here's the theory. Benson isn't just managing a workplace, he's stabilizing an entire universe that constantly wants to fall apart. Think about how often regular show jumps straight from mundane chores to cosmic disaster, demonic keyboards, time loops, dimension rifts. Yet by the next episode the park stands, the characters are intact, and daily life continues. Someone or something has to be resetting the board. Within the story, Benson is the only character consistently aligned with structure, accountability, and continuity. He's the human, well, gumball, equivalent of a save state. When he's present and respected, things run. When he's ignored, the universe glitches. Now let's bring Mordecai and Rigby into the picture, because they are the accelerant that keeps lighting the fuse under reality. They create problems no normal employer would tolerate. They destroy equipment, invite cosmic threats, and routinely jeopardize everyone around them. Yet Benson never permanently fires them. He threatens it. He rages. He writes them up. But in the end, they stay. Why? Because in narrative terms, they are the chaos input that keeps the world interesting, and Benson is the regulator that prevents that chaos from collapsing the system entirely. If you remove them, you lose motion. If you remove him, you lose stability. Storytelling lives between those poles. This also explains why Benson's anger matters. It's a pressure release valve, a signal that the balance is stretching but not yet broken. When he yells, order reasserts itself without outright erasing the chaos that fuels the story. So Benson isn't anti-fun, he's pro-continuity. Here's another angle. Creator J.G. Quintel has said that several characters reflect parts of himself. Mordecai echoing a younger, laid-back version, Pops representing idealism and emotional openness. If that pattern holds, who represents the part of a creator that tracks deadlines, budgets, production schedules, and continuity across seasons? That's Benson. He's the managerial self inserted into the narrative, the part of the creative process that keeps the show deliverable. Seen this way, Benson functions on two levels at once. Inside the universe as the park manager, and symbolically outside the universe as the creative discipline that holds the whole project together. That dual function would naturally manifest as, when he's in place, reality holds, when he's not, reality collapses. It's meta without being announced. Let's go deeper into symbolism. Mordecai and Rigby represent entropy, curiosity without foresight, the impulse to press the red button. Pops represents innocence and emotional meaning, why the world matters. Benson represents structure, rules, consequences, the unseen scaffolding that lets stories escalate without permanently imploding. When entropy clashes with structure in a world that values meaning, you get regular show. And the reason the series can escalate so wildly, episode after episode, is because Benson is always there to clamp the world back to baseline. Imagine the show as a rubber band. Mordecai and Rigby stretch it, Benson keeps it from snapping. Pops reminds you why the band exists in the first place. If you enjoy creator theories, this is one of those that can change rewatches. Once you spot the Benson reset pattern, you start seeing it everywhere. Moments that once felt like throwaway gags begin to read as signals. How stable is Benson's authority? How long before something breaks? Who's ignoring him this time? This also reframes his frustration. He isn't just mad that chores didn't get done. He knows that if certain responsibilities slip, the thin wall between normal park life and cosmic meltdown dissolves. He's not overreacting. He's preemptively protecting the fabric of the setting. So when Benson says something like, "If I were still in charge, this wouldn't have happened," the line plays as managerial ego, but under the theory, it's literal truth. If you've ever wondered why the show can go from mowing lawns to battling interdimensional villains and still return to a normal shift schedule, Benson is your answer. He is the reset protocol. He is continuity with a clipboard. And that makes him the most powerful figure in the series. Power expressed not through lasers or transformation sequences, but through narrative gravity. If you're enjoying this breakdown, consider subscribing. I do deep read theories on animated series, cult classics, and the weird patterns hiding in shows you thought you knew. Back to Benson. There's also a thematic payoff. The idea that responsibility is invisible work. Viewers spend more attention on the chaos because chaos is loud and funny, structure is quiet and thankless. Benson absorbs blame, anger, and stress so the world can go on. That mirrors real creative labor. Animators, directors, producers, coordinators, whose efforts reset the world between episodes so the characters can break it again. So Benson becomes a tribute to the people who keep things running while others play. That's oddly moving, and it adds emotional weight to his outbursts. He's not just uptight, he's carrying the universe. Let me leave you with a thought experiment. Rewatch a handful of episodes and track three things: how quickly problems escalate when Benson is ignored, how efficiently normalcy returns once he reasserts control, and how often Mordecai and Rigby remain protected despite catastrophic failure. If those beats line up, the theory gains strength. If they don't, the gaps become interesting too. Maybe there are episodes where a different character temporarily stabilizes reality, suggesting shared or distributed God roles. Either way, Benson is the center of the pattern. So is he a literal deity? Probably not within the show's spoken canon. But functionally, within the mechanics of how regular show resets, escalates, and repeats, Benson operates like a hidden systems administrator for reality. The park runs because he holds it together. The universe survives because the park resets. And the story continues because chaos meets structure and lives to try again. If this changed how you think about regular show, drop a comment. Should Benson be crowned cosmic overseer, or is he just an underrated manager doing impossible work? Like, subscribe, and ring the bell if you want more deep dive theories on animation, storytelling, and the hidden architecture behind your favorite shows. Thanks for listening, and remember, when things get weird, keep an eye on who's holding the clipboard. Benson might be saving everything, again.